Hey guys, I'm here to talk about intervals. Intervals are the building blocks of music, and everything in music theory is based on intervals. So once we learn about these, we can learn more about how scales work, chords work, how you can make harmony, all sorts of cool things. So intervals are very easy to understand. Intervals are the distance between two notes. So I've drawn two notes right here. If we were in treble clef, this would be an E, and this would be a B. If we were in bass clef, this is a G, and this is a D. Now, the easiest way to figure out the interval is to count the letters. So we're going to count E and all the letters in between to B. So the next letter in our musical alphabet is F, and then G, and then A. So let's count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So E to B, 5 letters is what we call a fifth. Okay? Same thing with G to D. If I count the letters G, A, B, C, D, that is 5 letters, so it is a fifth. You can also count the lines and spaces if that's easier, but I find a lot of students make mistakes that way. So you could, I'll write it on here because it's kind of hard to see. You could count the lines and spaces in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that tends to give you mistakes. So the best way is to count the letters. Let's do another example. Here we go. Let's do from here to here. All right. So if we have a note here and a note here, and I say, what's the interval? Let's count our letters. So in treble clef, this is going to be an A. This is going to be an F. In bass clef, that's C and A. And you're going to count all the letters. So A, B, C, D, E, F. How many letters did you count? 6. So you should have counted 6. So this is a 6th. C to A in bass clef is the same thing. C, D, E, F, G, A. 6 letters, so that is a 6th. Okay, let's do a couple more. Let's do this one. Okay, 2 notes right next to each other. So we've got, but the same rule applies. This is a B and a C in treble clef, or a D and an E in bass clef. So you just count the letters. 1, 2. There's nothing in between. So this is what we call a second. That's backwards. There you go. Okay, so the interval from B to C is a second. All right, the same thing works if you're going down. So if I go from B down to E, B, A, G, F, E. 5 letters, it's a fifth. Okay, so it works both ways. Just count the letters. Got it? There is one special interval that I want to talk about today, and that's a major and minor second. All of our intervals have major and minor, which is based on major and minor scale, kind of. But all I want you to know right now is the major and minor second. So a second, remember, are 2 notes that are right next to each other, no spaces. So I'm going to use A and B and treble clef, because that's nice and easy. Okay, so we've got A and B, or if you're in bass clef, this would be C and D, same thing. Okay, now the way you figure out if it's a major second or a minor second, I would encourage you to use your fingering chart as a guide. So A and B on my fingering chart, this is for bass clarinet, doesn't matter, they're all in the same order, are right here. A and then B's over here. There is a note in between. That would be a minor second. If there's one in between, then it's a major second. So if this is A to B, that's a major second. We write that with a big M and a 2, major second. If this was A to B flat, because of the key signature, or maybe there's an accidental flat right there, B flat, then this is a minor second. And this comes from piano keys. The keys that are right next to each other, minor second. The keys that have a black key in between, major second. So my percussion players, you should be able to figure this out very easily by looking at your bell set. In fact, let me show you that picture in our book. Beginning band while I'm finding this page. This is shown in your book on number 125. So if you want something else to look at that explains it, 125 is a good place to start. All right, so here's a picture of a bell set, which it works like a piano. Now, all of these down here have this key in between. Da, da, da. These don't. So if I went from here to here, there is a key in between, so this would be a major second. Kind of like if I went from A to B, that would be a major second. If I went from here to here, A to B flat, that's a minor second because there's nothing in between them. Okay, so that it kind of comes from our piano keys. But you can use your fingering chart as your guide. If there's something in between the two letters, a flat or a sharp, it's a major second. If there's nothing in between the two letters, then it's a minor second. Okay? Good luck. Email me if you have questions. You have some practice websites on this doc that you can look at, or you can go ahead and try the interval composition assignment.